oh, she's sweet.
Oh, we're back.
Have you guys heard the song?
Still on?
Have you guys heard the song that goes? Have you guys heard the song that goes? Oh, she's sweet but a psycho.
I know that one. Little Disciple.
I like that song. It's like Sweet but a Psycho.
I think they play that at the counter sometimes.
I like
I've
that
heard
song.
that one before. Are we on there?
Yeah, we're live right now.
Yeah.
Just keep going. I like it.
What's
Getting
up,
my coffee, guys.
motherfuckers?
What up, y'all?
We're away from Marvin. How you doing?
What's up, guys? How's everyone
How
doing?
you doing?
Yeah, sorry.
Says
You know,
munchies.
she's a married woman. Shit. Sorry.
Hey, it's not official until I get a ring.
Hey guys, welcome to Shooting the Shit. My name's Marvin. I'm your host. Francisco, Wendy, day one actually.
Sticking it out.
Yeah, sticking
Day
it out.
3.
And we brought Mikaela back in popular demand.
Yeah.
What's up? So we're gonna be talking about welcome to Shooting Shit, where we talk about random subjects. We're not professionals or anything. We just like talking. We're talkers. So we're gonna be talking about smoking, because you know the day that
not
just passed.
cigarettes.
Not cigarettes. We're gonna be talking about let's talk about smoking cigarettes and marijuana.
If that's cool or
If
if
that's
not.
you know, we're gonna talk about Easter, like what the fuck is it, and we're gonna talk about what else? Oh, Earth Day. You know, fuck.
When's
You know?
When's Earth Day?
Earth Day is
Today. Yeah, today.
Yeah, Earth Day's today. Okay.
You know, I thought it was Earth Day every day. That's just me.
I mean, it
Yeah, we
should
should
be.
live
It
every day.
Should, but
That's
it's
our
more
job.
like let's be mindful about today specifically.
Yeah.
Today's like the
Today's
special
like
day
the
to go
special
out
day.
and go
To
out
turn
and
off your
plant a
lights
tree.
for a certain amount of time, for like an hour.
But
I mean,
you know.
if you're not in the if it's still light out, you don't need the lights on.
Shower for 5 minutes.
Shower for 5 hours. Dude, took it out. I was like, shit.
Time
I took an
yourself.
hour to get
Eat
ready.
a vegan meal today. Save some water.
Or that. Okay, guys, you guys are both smokers, right? And
Of the marijuana.
of the marijuana.
Yes.
Right. Can you be with a partner
oh, we go in here. I like this.
Ooh.
without that does not smoke?
Yeah, I think I could. I mean, I've had partners that didn't smoke, and I've had partners that do smoke. When I'm with somebody that does smoke, I smoke more, and that's pretty much it with that.
Why? Oh, okay, cool.
Okay,
Awesome.
so
Has it ever gone? Okay, yeah. Let's hear the Wendy.
so for most of my partners,
Yeah.
except for one, I didn't have a lot of partners. I had like 4 or something.
Yeah.
Most of them did not smoke. They were either religious or they were very good with like their families. So obviously family oriented doesn't really, I'm not assuming that family oriented don't smoke, but they have more of the morals that you would have to say. So most of the time I would have to hide that away from them. So even though they knew that I smoked, they thought that I'd give up the smoking in order for me, to be with them and all that jazz. But it's something that I've always kept.
Can I ask you something? Is it good because they come from like a Hispanic background where their parents don't accept smoking?
Yeah, more cultural and like I said, morals and all that. So there are times where I would smoke behind their back.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Behind your partner's back?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
They wouldn't allow it. And
Yeah.
I know for me it's always not a thing to like must or need, but it's like it's always something that I've done.
yeah,
And for me to like stop that because I'm dating this person, like you
Yeah.
can't accept me for who I am.
yeah.
But this is why they're my exes.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn.
Damn. Fucking shit. I hope
It's
you guys
too
are
early.
watching.
No,
Jesus.
it's too early.
It's a tricky thing.
Could you?
It is.
Would you guys be okay with like if your partner wanted you to stop? Like if they're like, you know what, I'm not about
I
that,
think-
so I'd like you to stop.
I would consider it because I'm like smoking for me. It's not a need. It's something that I like to do and to do when I have time. If like somebody really wanted me to stop, I mean, I might. I think it depends on how I'm feeling,
Yeah.
how I feel about them, because that's one thing. If it's like think about what your partner believes in, what they care about. And if you really care about them, like you might want to be on the same page and doing the same things as them.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So you're open to it. You're open to stopping it.
Yeah, I
You're
mean.
open to it. Not
Because
saying
I
that
mean,
you
I've
would,
thought
but-
about stopping for other reasons, and so like if it was because somebody was like, "Yeah, I really like you, but I really hate that you smoke," would that be a deal breaker? I don't think it would be like, well, you want me to stop smoking weed, then that's the end of us. I don't think that's what would happen
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah. You don't. But you've never been put in a situation like that.
No.
God, because most of the people you've
More than anything, like I've been with people who like already are smokers, and so
Got
it's
it.
like so we would just smoke more and more, and then
yeah.
I mean for me that's not necessarily a great thing because you don't want to do it too much. It's like for me it's a recreational thing, so.
Got it. So this is like a unpopular opinion, but do you guys, or maybe it might be, but do you guys think that marijuana or weed is addicting, or somebody can be addicted to that?
I think it can happen.
You don't think so?
I don't think so, to be honest. It's more like you either want to put that where it's like addicting and you know that you have self-control, but you're rather say, well, I'm addicted to it.
Yeah. So you think it's more of a self-control thing?
Yeah,
or?
it's definitely self-control. And if you're addicted, then there's to an extent where you can control it and it makes you feel that good where it's like, that seems like an addiction, but it
Yeah.
shouldn't be an addiction. I mean,
Your argument is that somebody who smokes weed regularly
it's because they want to.
Because they want to.
Not because they're addicted to
So-
it. They want to, they like the feeling, so that, yeah.
Okay, but do you believe if they cannot stop, then it might be an addiction, or you can't be addicted to this substance?
You can't. I mean, for me personally, I think that you can't
Be addicted to it.
this.
It's
Oh.
not like caffeine.
I mean, like I know
Yeah.
somebody who like smokes weed every day, and I know he's tried to like cut it out, and the longest he can go is like 3 days.
Yeah, but that's not the weed itself. That's just you have an addictive personality. That's just like that's just any other vice.
Okay.
That's like having trouble falling asleep at the same time every day. It's just weed is addicting, but it's not the weed itself. It's the fact that it's a substance that it's like alcohol.
Okay, so yeah, it's like alcohol, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Even less so because I don't think weed is asking for more weed. Like alcohol asks for more alcohol,
Okay, so I don't think weed has addictive properties. I don't think it's like nicotine that you need to
Yeah, no,
you're
it's
craving
not.
it.
But if you have an addictive personality, you're gonna use it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think that getting high and liking that high is addicting, right? So in a way, you can be addicted to this substance because you want to alter your state of mind. Am I correct or not? And maybe somebody can
Sure.
blame me, but I think that's more of an addiction. Somebody can be addicted to this substance not because it's I guess the addicting property is the high, the different head change, and I think you can be addicted to it. Is that like a weird
Like,
thing?
are
Like
you
I think
saying
people
like
can't
this?
stop.
You could be
I think people
addicted to-
can't stop.
No, I
Like
think
that
people
person you were
totally
talking about.
Like you're
But
addicted
it's
to
not
for
for
3
3
days.
But it's not
3
weed
days.
itself.
3 days.
I mean, that's like alcohol. Like I could, like if somebody's addicted to alcohol, they can stop for 3 days and then they get back on
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Like it's a
But at
relapse.
the end of the day, yeah, I totally think you can
Yeah.
be addicted to weed. That's totally a thing, yeah. Do you feel like you could be in a relationship with a girl who smokes weed? Or is that a deal breaker for you? Because honestly,
okay.
like she's got to be super fucking hot.
Shit.
Like she's got to be like super like she has to have something going for her because like that's not my
Okay,
like I wouldn't fuck with that.
so
That's not
weed
me.
is. I'm not like against it. I just don't.
I'm trying to remember that one thing I did to you.
Jesus Christ.
Never will I forget that. There goes our
Ever
trust.
again.
Trust.
Well, now you gotta tell us the story. You gotta,
All right. All right. So I'm not I don't smoke weed. I don't. I used to smoke weed, but I don't smoke.
Are you gonna
weed
tell us the
anymore.
Wendy story right now?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Yeah,
Wendy.
he's getting there.
Okay.
Yeah, he's getting there. He's building up.
I'm building it up. So one day Wendy invited me over to her house. It was like a kickback. We were all hanging out. I show up and I've been trying CBD, CBD water, CBD, like smoking CBD, and I've just been checking it out. I've heard really good things about it. People say that it relaxes you. You don't feel a head change. You don't get high. And so I tried it. I've been trying it, and then I told Wendy about it because she's like, an active weed smoker. I'm sure she'd heard about it. Like, hey, dude, I've been trying CBD and CBD water. I'm so like cool about it. I like it. It doesn't make me high. It's just like, oh, I got some CBD water. I'm like, that's cool. Let me get some. She's like, okay, cool. I'll go grab some right now. And then she brings out this bottle. She doesn't even show me the label. She's just kind of like showing me.
Little shot.
Yeah, she's like, okay, I'm gonna give you like a 2-ounce shot, and then you have to take another shot. Just so like, it's not really that strong. I'm like, okay. So I take the first shot, and I'm like, this doesn't taste like CBD water.
Did she just give you alcohol?
No, she got
You give him THC.
THC.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
so
he's
I'm like,
completely like
and I'm
blinded
like,
by it.
Yeah, that's so weird. It doesn't
That's
taste
so
like.
weird.
I was like, it doesn't taste like it.
And you had a second shot?
And then she's like, okay, now you have to take your second shot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right.
Like, whoa.
I'm like, okay.
Supposed
She's
to be
like,
tripping
she's like,
out.
have you felt anything? I was like,
I
no,
have a
I haven't
question
felt
though.
anything.
How much, Wendy, would you take of that? Would you take 2 shots as well? Like,
Yeah.
Did you give him a full dose?
No, the serving is pretty much the two.
So you
the
give him a
two-
full dose.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So,
And those creep up because it's
Oh, yeah.
Do you know like how many milligrams that was?
I have no
I don't
idea.
know. I don't recall, but it was so strong.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
what
So,
happened, man?
nothing's hit me yet. So none of the
It creeps up.
whatever it was. I was like staring at the fire and. And I was like, this isn't CBD. I'm feeling all fuzzy, and she's like, she gives me the second shot, and then I'm like, sitting there, we're all having conversations,
He's
and
like all quiet.
then I'm all quiet, and I remember I was like, why am I quiet? Like, why am I in my head right now? Why am I in my head right now?
I think I'm safe
and-
inside my mind.
At least I'm safe inside
there
my
you go.
mind. So why am I like high right now? And then I'm like, oh fuck. Like everything starts slowing down, the fire starts slowing down.
Did
I'm
it
like,
occur to you at a certain point?
no, yeah, I was like, this isn't CBD water,
You're like,
is it?
oh, no.
I asked her, I was like, this isn't CBD water. Let me see the label. She's like, she don't want to show you the label. So then she finally ends up showing me the bottle. I'm like, it has THC, and I'm like, fuck. Like, I was like, shit.
Being high sucks. Dude.
I was like, dude, this sucks.
It's the worst feeling.
Yeah, he told me he didn't like it either.
I don't like being
And
high.
I still
That
did
sucks.
it,
Yeah,
and he
she's
ended up leaving
evil.
too, which I felt bad.
I like thinking.
He
I
like
like
wanted
thinking.
to bounce because he was so
Evil.
awkward and paranoid.
Yeah, so it started becoming like weird, and I just become weird when I'm on it. I don't like talking to people. I become really introverted. My thoughts are.
You think a
I
lot.
think a lot.
I
Yeah,
like thinking a lot,
I already think a lot in general. So when I get on that, I start thinking even more. I start thinking about.
I start thinking about stupid shit that doesn't even like add to my life. Like I start like the light. Look at that light and the texture, and then I was like, who gives a fuck? Like you got shit to do. Right?
No,
There's a building.
You know what I started thinking about? I started thinking about moments. I was like, everything, like a moment's a picture. I started thinking about like this is a picture, and then we're pictures in motion. I'm like, what the fuck am I thinking about?
I'll just break down like a situation. Like I do gotta say,
yeah,
I
like,
do have to.
overanalyze
I do
it,
have to
yeah.
give this to smoking weed. Like I think like other like psychedelic drugs, like when you take them, your mind you really
Opens.
understand the universe to this extent.
Yeah.
But when I'm like, if I were to smoke weed, like I notice that I get very,
I can't function.
I get
Yeah,
very
It
analytical.
varies on the person. Because
Very-
I freaking get a lot of shit done.
like oh
I
yeah, me
can't
too.
function.
I
I'll
love to
smoke,
sleep,
and it's
I'll
like
be OCD about it.
I used to like I don't know. I go back and forth. Sometimes if I
Try that,
smoke in the
can't see
morning, it'll make me tired all day. But sometimes like I'll
Just
do
like
it, and it just makes me want to like get.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
what
all right,
happens.
stop fucking around and actually like clean up the whole room and
Yeah.
do this and do that. Like always. It also will make me when I stretch. I generally smoke in the evening, like to go to bed or like relax a little before bed, and I do it, and then it just like makes me stretch out. It'll make me like brush and floss my teeth really
That's cool.
well,
Yeah.
and then I just feel so much better than if I just like rolled into bed.
True.
When
Yeah.
right when I got home.
It
And
does
then-
allow you to focus extra on like not so much mental tasks for me, but like I notice physical tasks. Like if I have
Yeah.
to do something like clean up, if I have to do laundry, like that's gonna be the best fucking load of laundry I've ever
Yeah.
done. Or like if I have to like if I'm playing a sport or like it makes you do it really well. But when I
That's
have to
funny.
think, like I've tried to like write or read on it,
That's
and
tough.
it's hard.
That is tough.
Although one time I was reading one of my favorite books is Dracula, right? And one time I was reading Dracula, and like I was in the middle of it, and I'm like I'm gonna get high and read no matter what. Like if I lose focus, like I'm gonna go fuck. I'm gonna read that page, and sure enough, I read one page like 5 times because I couldn't understand. I couldn't
Yeah,
comprehend
it's
it.
too much. You
It was
go
too,
back
it was
and
like
back.
so I kept reading it.
Try
I'm
to
like
read.
sentence by sentence, understand what you're reading, and then like when I actually understood the page, it was the most horrifying thing I've ever. I was like, this is scary. Like picturing like it was just like holy shit, this is really cool.
Dude.
But it does make you analyze things in a way that's very very deep and like detailed. Like I'll understand like if I see a piece of fabric, I'll understand that it's a piece of fabric. Then like what kind of fabric it is. Oh, there's what kind of fabric is it? And then like oh, there's multiple types of fabrics, and this fabric comes from here, and this fabric, and then like how does that get made? Oh, it must get shipped from here, and then before that it's this, and I just see the process of how this thing was made. But then I can't act on
I
it.
do go
But
on
it's
a
just a
rabbit
thought.
hole.
Then I wake
Yeah.
up and then I go, well, fuck, there goes that. Like I lose it. Like it's not
Oh
productive.
yeah, I know the
It's-
first time I ever smoked, I like thought I was gonna forget everything that was happening. I
You
like
wrote it
felt
down?
like I was in a dream, but I was awake at the same time. It was totally a trip.
I'm always.
It's like you're dreaming, but you're awake. That's what it feels like when you smoke marijuana.
Honestly, it's just fucking scary as fuck. It puts my whole life in like an existential crisis. I'm like, what the fuck is the meaning of everything? What is words?
Well, that's the thing. Like,
anything,
it's so,
you know?
It's so different, like from person to person, like how your body reacts to weed in general, and to different types of weed. Because like different types of weed will make you feel different ways.
Okay,
Like,
I don't believe that argument because
It's true.
Oh yeah, I know. Like I've
Take
seen
it from the smokers.
Okay,
here.
take it from the non-smokers.
Yeah, like,
every weed,
Because at one time,
every
every
weed
weed
feels the
that
same.
one
Like,
time.
you know?
No.
So you guys don't smoke. For you, it's different.
No.
Whoa.
Whoa. I've experimented, alright? Okay?
Well, it's like
I've experimented with sativa and indica, and they're like, oh no, this one will relax you. Oh no, this one will give you a head high. This will give you just a body high. I'm like, bitch, I'm still in a head high.
You know what it is? You know what it is? Is like this is
Yeah, every weed's not the same.
Yeah,
Every
you're right.
person's different.
I
so
agree,
they're gonna
like-
react
And
differently.
like generally, like the sativas are more of the head high that make you think, and then indicas are more of the body high that make your body more relaxed.
And
But
then
that's
there's a
just
hybrid.
a general thing.
The
Like,
hybrid.
some people's bodies take them the opposite ways
Correct.
and process them the opposite ways, and make like a sativa will make you feel like your body.
Experiment
And,
more, Marvin.
yeah.
Who said that?
So we have Suniga W.
Oh, that dude. What's
Try
up,
the
girl?
CBD.
He's my childhood friend.
Who's
When
that?
we were 5.
Who's Zuniga?
What's up, bud? He's my childhood friend.
It
He
doesn't
said-
get
he's
you
living
high.
in an
Does he
apartment.
have a name?
Huh?
Does he have a name?
Yeah, Willie.
Suniga? Oh, okay. Suniga is his last name? I take
Yeah.
it? Got it.
Yeah.
Ha, that's me.
He said
It doesn't get you
do
high.
the CBD.
What's
'cause
up,
it doesn't
guys?
feel like-
CBD doesn't get me high. I do like CBD.
I love CBD. Oh my gosh, I have some
Willie,
CBD lotion.
got it,
CBD
Willie.
is like a magical thing.
Yeah.
Like I
Willie
have
Suniga.
It's
I
really
have a
subtle
CBD
though.
lotion literally. Like I'll put it sometimes if I my legs or my knees get hurting from being on my feet all day and I have to like keep working. I'll put it on my knees and like instantly they're like rejuvenated. And same with like I carry a lot of tension in my neck and shoulders and sometimes like I'll massage it into there and like
Okay.
it's like instantly like the muscles relax. It's insane.
Hold on.
what
Okay,
this
wait.
chemical
You
does.
guys- you guys are-
Piggybacking on this.
Yeah,
Are you
we're-
gonna piggyback or are you
We're
gonna
fucking
piggyback?
caffeinated right now.
Are you-
Everybody's like,
Are you gonna
Everybody's-
piggyback on this? Because
I
I have
will,
to admit,
sure.
with CBD, it works the same with THC. There's lotions, there's lubricant.
Yeah.
I personally have the lubricant, and that is amazing, guys.
Okay,
for girls.
well, check this out. For CBD, what if it's a placebo effect? What if it's like something that people say, like, hey, this is CBD.
It sometimes
It's
feels
supposed
that
to
way.
help you out, but it doesn't get you high. It doesn't make you
It
this.
feels
It
that
doesn't
way
make you that.
sometimes, but-
And then,
Basically,
like, does it really?
It depends.
This-
It
you know?
depends on the
Lotion
batch.
too.
The
yeah.
CBD lotion is
Lubricant.
not a placebo
You-
effect 100%.
You know
Well,
what
the
it
same
is?
thing.
My
Yeah.
mind did not take the pain out of my knees and relax my shoulders.
You know
But
what?
like,
Hold on.
Wait, whoa,
Like,
whoa. You know what placebo effect is, right?
Shut up for a second.
You know,
Shut up.
placebo effect is.
That's when you get told it's like this
You take a
pill is
pill.
gonna make you smarter, and like it really is just a sugar pill and it does nothing. Like
But
no,
it
I
does
think
help you because
your brain.
yeah.
I don't think it's just my brain. I
Look,
think it's the
can you
CBD
guys
lotion
shut
on-
up?
on-
What do you?
No,
You want to
shit,
say
that's
something?
not
Bro,
right.
I
I
didn't
told you
talk.
want to say something because I can't talk.
Let's
Wait,
read the
keep
comments,
talking.
y'all. Right?
You gotta wait.
We
No,
have
it's
a
because both of
comment
you guys
that
are
we're
talking,
reading.
so nothing's being said.
No, I'm listening to her.
As you're like,
So-
No, I'm not even talking.
So, Ego Kaneko
Yeah.
says every marijuana plant now is hybrid, so it's really difficult to know which are sativa or
Who said that?
Correct.
Pico,
Pico.
Coneco.
Yes, and you know that's the
Oh.
thing.
Pico?
That's the thing that Marvin was saying earlier with the thing. It feels like you're smoking the same shit.
Stop screaming.
Because if you don't smoke it all the time, like I don't see indica, I don't see
Please don't
sativa.
hit me.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
I
Okay.
guess I see that. Like if
I
you're
just-
not someone who smokes regularly,
It's-
you may just feel like I'm high and not notice
It's
the
'cause-
difference because it's just like high.
Yeah, but you
to
don't. But here's the thing: it's like all you're trusting is that a company or whatever weed shop you go to puts a name on it, and you don't know what the source is, so they can call it whatever they want. Like like every time you smoke Skywalker Kush, you're not. It could be a different thing completely. They just named it that, so you can't expect. What I don't like about the weed is that it's inconsistent. Like if I knew what was what aside from sativa and indica, if I could be like Skywalker is always gonna be like this, then I could be more. I could fuck with it, but it's always inconsistent. I can't rely on inconsistency. And then to go into that what is that thing that we're talking?
CBD. Yeah.
CBD. I was reading that CBD. The thing about CBD is that sometimes it feels like a placebo effect for me too.
Yeah.
Although there have been times where I've drank it and it's fucking like I feel my body just like a little too chill sometimes. Like holy shit, I'm too relaxed or whatever. And I feel, and I've read that what it is that it's not, like they could sell it legally anywhere. So because it's not that, what's the word? It's not that regulated. People can just label it CBD, and it doesn't have to be that. It's not regulated that well. Okay. So sometimes they say it's this CBD, it's that CBD, and it's not necessarily true.
See, but you can't trust a lot because you don't know where it's from. But think about it. When I remember was a long time ago before weed was illegal, and they would sell it at the shops. I would have a weed connect, and I still wouldn't know where it was from. I know that I'd freaking meet up with this connect down the street, and they'd give me a baggie, and sometimes they like pinched it, and who knew where that was coming from too. So it's like, at least I could say it was more organic than how it is now, where going back to Sunita, really, I don't trust weed from the shops. So you don't know what they use or how they grow it. A lot of places put nasty stuff to make the weed more potent, which is true. Yeah. Like I said, I feel like before it was more organic. Even when I went to Cancun, I got smoked out from some guys, and they were saying how their stuff is organic, and we have so much chemicals.
Real organic weed isn't as potent as all the shit that people were smoking in it. Organic weed has fucking seeds in it and shit. People were smoking organic weed in the 70s and shit. Like,
I think there's seeds in it because whoever trimmed it left seeds in it.
No. Understood, but weed didn't. Like what I'm saying is like weed in the 70s was organic because it was just a plant. They didn't have all these formulas.
Yeah, exactly. Like
the recommended dosage was like smoke a whole joint, and if you don't feel anything, smoke another joint. Like you can't smoke like that today unless you're like a smoker who smokes.
It's all bullshit because it's all bullshit. People put liquid in weed. To make it fucking stickier.
Okay, well,
like that's ridiculous, dude.
All right, so there are these kits that I met this girl. Actually, you introduced her to us. Austin girl, what's her name?
Serene.
Serene hosted us in Austin, and I don't know. That's kind of weird, right? No, she let us stay at her spot. It was really cool. Thanks, Wendy.
I know they have drug testing kits.
And they have like a drug testing kit. I mean. I don't know if weed is laced now or if it's not laced.
It's not laced. It's just it has artificial shit.
See, that's processed shit.
It's
damn it!
I think not
Fuck
everyone.
you.
Just grow it in your backyard. That's it. Simple as that, guys. No more complaining. No more chemicals.
Yeah. Well,
or I could just not smoke.
Not everybody has access to a backyard, and like to set up a grow up in your place, it takes a lot. It's a major investment to get the lights and get everything, and then your whole place is gonna smell like weed all the time from the weed growing in there. Like it's not. Unfortunately, it's not quite that simple to just do it yourself, and there's all these laws about how much you can or cannot grow and all of that shenanigans.
Man, fuck the laws.
No, okay, like here's the thing. I don't think weed is for everyone. I feel weed always affects me the same way, no matter what it is, what people say it is. It doesn't work for everyone. It doesn't work for me. That's why I stopped smoking at a relatively young age. I didn't like it. Every single time I did it, it was consistently bad. Consistently, I had bad trips, and I didn't like that.
Didn't you have bad trips to shrooms too, though?
No, I had good trips. Hey, whoa!
You can't say you had bad trips when you had bad trips before.
I have a wise friend.
Not only.
I have a wise friend named Ryan Remington, and he says, "There's no good or bad trips, man. It's just a trip. Like it's always a trip. There's no good or bad trips." Like you're right, man.
Yeah,
you're right.
he's not gonna smoke unless you.
I think,
what's up?
Like you're never gonna smoke.
Me? You know what? I might. I can't. Okay, so you guys can function when you're on it, right? You guys can get shit done. Anyway,
yeah, I mean,
I get stuck. Like he can do laundry. I get stuck in the fucking bathroom.
If I'm already doing something,
if
then
you're
I can
not used to it, you may have too much, and that may be what fucks you up. Because like for me, like sometimes I'll get really anxious and like I'll have like one little puff, and it's like okay, I'm good to go. But like the first couple times I ever smoked weed, I think I smoked weed once, and I was like, all right, I'm a stoner now. We went out, my friend and I bought me like a pipe or whatever, and then like his brother sold weed, so I like bought some from him, and then I'm like home alone, everybody was asleep in my house, and so I like packed a little bowl for myself in my room at night, and I like turned the fan on, and I opened the window, and I sat by the window, and like, this is like the second time I've ever smoked weed in my life, and I smoked the whole thing really fast in like 3 puffs, and I thought I was gonna die. I like went to the bathroom and threw up and brushed my teeth and threw up again. My heart was like pounding so hard and so fast, I thought I was gonna die. I don't even know how I made it to sleep that night. And then after that I was like, okay, I'm not into smoking weed. And so I went I moved to LA, and I went to a party, and I left the pipe and I left the weed, and I was like done with this. And then about a year later, my roommates were all getting into smoking weed, and it seemed like fun, and I started to like hang out with them and smoke with them, and it was like totally different way of going about it. And then I started to like it, and it's been like a thing that I do like regularly.
Okay, so cool.
And now it's good, and I don't.
Cool. I think that's a dope story, but like I said, I've been consistently around friends or whatever, just smoking, and I don't like it. It's not like something that I like doing. I get stuck in my head. Like before, when I was a kid and I wasn't thinking, I was just like, fuck it, I'm just having fun. Let's just do this. I was smoking. I like smoked a lot. I was fine, and I was just like fucking do stuff, you know. But then when I guess I obtained more knowledge through the years. I've you know, I don't know what happened. I started smoking and things just got fucking scary. And reality got scary and I couldn't fucking do anything. Like I couldn't function. I couldn't do anything right. I couldn't think. I get stuck in a fucking straw. I start staring at a straw like, how the fuck does this work? Who made this? How did it get made? Like, why does it, like, you know, why do we need it, you know? And I just like get stuck in this moment, and then hours fucking pass by. I'm a couch potato. I haven't done shit with my day, and then it makes me stress even more because I haven't done shit. I'm just sitting down, and everyone I've ever hung out with smoking, they don't want to do anything. They just want to sit down and
You're with the
talk.
wrong crowd. You're with the wrong crowd.
I love to
I'm
like
like-
smoke and go for a run, smoke and do some yoga, smoke and
See,
do my
okay,
wrong crowd.
Okay, so
Yeah,
so here's the
hiking,
thing.
go to the gym.
Here's the thing.
I can perfectly go high.
Maybe in the future, in a couple years, maybe I'll get back into it. But right now, as of now, I don't think it's for everyone.
I
you know,
see,
I think it's okay. It's okay
yeah,
that it's not good for everyone. I don't
I
need to
can't
be.
do it at night. It's just a waste for me to like go to sleep on my weed. Like I can't do it at night. That's why for me it's like if I'm gonna smoke, I can't do it at night, but right before bed. Like
Okay,
you
but
know,
can-
it's a waste of high.
But you say that it's not for everyone?
I
Like
think
it's
that-
not for
Yeah,
everyone
I think,
because
yeah.
I feel like we live in LA, right? And everyone smokes and everyone's
You
doing
don't-
this, and it's
hey,
okay. I'm like, all right, I
Like
don't
you
need
don't
to
have
smoke.
to smoke weed.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
fine. You can live your life
chill, bro.
without
Chill. This is why you smoke.
You can have a good life and not smoke weed. It's totally a personal choice if you want to smoke weed or not. There's
Yeah,
no,
but
there's
not
no
shame
shame in
in
not
that, no.
smoking. There's no shame in smoking. You do you, whatever feels right for you, whatever
Exactly.
makes you feel
Yeah.
good, and that's
And I
that's
feel like
fine.
there's like the smokers and the non-smokers, and then the smokers are like, oh, because you haven't tried the right kind.
So-
Yeah,
something-
You haven't done this, bro.
Something
Because
I-
Bro.
because you haven't.
See the stereotype?
You
Yeah,
know?
bro. Let's get
That's what they
high.
sound like, dude.
Yeah,
Alright.
bro.
Something I can say though is like
Okay.
everyone I know that smokes weed, everyone I know smokes weed. If they're not, they
Majority.
become the majority. But like everyone I know, I mean, with exceptions, I guess. But like, there's a few exceptions. But
Yeah.
I've noticed that most people who smoke weed tend to be very unorganized and a little bit sloppy.
The fuck?
Unorganized and
I
sloppy.
know that.
I don't like that.
Most.
Like
I need a hit.
for like I'm really big on hygiene with women, and like when girls are like, and I notice when girls smoke weed. Oh my god!
Oh, we
You know,
got
check this
Oh
out.
my
Check this
God.
out. My
Oh,
sister.
Ugh.
Check this out. My sister one time pointed something out to me, and I'm like, that's kind of true, and it's kind of true because you guys are not necessarily that, but like. I've noticed she's like, have you ever noticed that like people who smoke weed, especially girls, like they get square bodies? And I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, all the girls who smoke weed are square.
I'm not scared.
No, like, but square. But you know what it is? But this is what I think she was seeing. I think she was seeing all the munchy.
Yeah.
aftermath.
I
All the
swear.
munchy. She was seeing it out of shape.
You have to work on your willpower.
I don't know
to not
anybody
eat
who's
your
in
whole
great
life.
shape who
A
smokes weed
square?
though. I don't know anybody who's in great shape who smokes weed.
I'm in great
Just
shape
like
and I
Chad.
smoke weed.
You look like you're in decent shape, man. I'm talking what?
Savage. Well,
Read the comment.
She's in decent shape.
She just quit.
Marvin, I
She just
understand when I
quit.
smoked, I was relaxed, yes, but I was stuck in my head and caused me even more anxiety. My mind wouldn't shut off, and I kept going, and it was just as much. It was just too much. I tried. Yeah, there's hash, marijuana, ecstasy, shrooms, CBD. Yeah, that's how I feel. Like that's how I feel. I think it's too much and it's too strong. And then there's this point where like you're high but you're not high, you're high but you're not high, and I fucking hate that. I'm like, I either want to be high or don't want to be high.
Read the THC
You know?
percentage. There's a percentage of how much THC you
Yeah,
have.
there's like a weird loop in there. But what were we saying? What were we talking about?
Squares.
Oh, square.
What about
Oh
420?
no. Oh, so here, one second, guys. we were talking about like relationships stuff. One thing I fucking hate it, is cottonmouth. Kissing a girl with cottonmouth is the fucking worst.
It sucks.
What is
embarrassing, like, when I, like,
why does
someone
cottonmouth
is-
occur? Do you guys know? Because I don't know.
I don't know. It's not.
I've never
Does
been
anybody
water.
know?
Maybe you need to drink more
Do you
water.
have a sip of water that goes away?
You know what? Somebody
No, it's
somebody
just-
You
suggested
drink water
something.
and then like it'll still persist.
Yeah,
for a
somebody
little while.
suggested lime Gatorade, and it fucking worked. One
Because
time,
it makes you
like,
salivate.
it's so
Shoot,
weird. It's just like
sometimes like I've
it
done
was
it.
refreshing. And
What
I was
about the pepino one?
Pepino.
Pepino.
I know you can like chew gum or like
Yeah, that's
eating
the way
will
you said
help
it,
fix it
pepino.
too, but you have to be careful to
What
not
about
eat
the
too
pepino?
much. It's easy to just like freaking binge when you like are high and you're like alone in your apartment. You have to really exercise your willpower or like go out and go for an exercise or something.
But you guys agree, right? Fucking cottonmouth sucks.
It
Kissing
does suck,
someone with
and
cottonmouth
it's like
fucking
it sucks
sucks.
because like usually like smoking weed will help me like get more in the mood, I guess, and like be more relaxed and everything. And then it's like it just does the cottonmouth and the kissing does not. It's
Dry
like
mouth.
I have to pause so that I can drink some water so that I can kiss you because the dryness. I'm like this is just gross for everybody, and that's an unfortunate side effect. I will say that.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't like about.
Feels like you're kissing a goddamn cave and
And you
shit.
know what? The
Fucking
cottonmouth and the red eyes, it's from the, it's
Like,
not
so
just from
dry.
smoking. I've had it happen where I've taken an edible and then like my mouth will be dry and my eyes will be red
Yeah,
like once the
I
high
have
kicks
edibles.
in. It's like it's not just like the puff that
So
does the dry
it was
mouth.
today's 421, right?
421.
So what about
Yeah.
yesterday? Did you guys
Resin.
do anything
Right.
since you guys smoked weed? Did you guys do anything?
I smoked weed at like 12:15 a.m. because
Okay.
I
So
got home. I
421.
worked and I got home. Like,
I think I remember smoking a bowl because I had like a little bit of weed left and I was like, oh shit, might as well. Smoked my weed pen already. It was like not fully charged and I fucking forgot. So I smoked a little bowl and then I started like cleaning around my house, getting shit done, and then I went to the gym, and then I was like in downtown LA, so I decided to stop by MedMen and I picked up. They had like 50% off
They're
freaking
not sponsoring
items,
us.
dude.
What's MedMen?
I'm not sponsoring MedMen. You guys heard?
that's
But
like the glamorous weed
What is
shop. That's
And they
like
had like
online.
50% off like this container jar, and I was like 50% off. It was like originally $50. I forgot how many grams, but I got it for like $25, and I got some THC.
Yeah, so
too.
herb's expensive.
I didn't even
Inexpensive,
think
huh?
to go to the weed shop yesterday, but because they say that 420, on NPR yesterday they called it the Black Friday of like.
Yeah,
marijuana.
I never had been until yesterday, and they had some good sales, so I wouldn't mind
I
doing
think
it
it's like
again.
every shop is like.
I didn't know they
expecting
had
to
sales.
sell.
And you know
Yeah, I
what?
guess.
More
I
than
didn't
just
know.
weed
competitive.
shops, more than just weed shops are acknowledging 420.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, like I Ben and Jerry's had like I think it was like half off the half baked ice cream flavor, or like you got like a free scoop with the purchase or something, and like multiple businesses like Lyft. I think it was had like a
The
$4.20
yeah.
cent like
free delivery
free
too.
credit.
Yeah.
like it's more than just like weed smokers like corporate.
See, no, but that's
things
marketing.
are-
That's freaking
Marketing,
marketing.
yeah,
See,
because Carl's
that's how
Jr.
they
has
want
the
you to
same
get
thing.
fat too. Don't
Yeah.
buy into it, dude. Don't buy into
Carl's
it.
Jr. has a
Get
fucking
ramen.
new infused
ramen.
cannabis burger that's gonna be coming out, and it's just to market to like
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
marketing.
it's I'm sure it doesn't even get you high, but it's just a name like CBD water. Slap it on fucking, slap it on regular water. CBD water here, buy it for
I
$15.
tried CBD water once. I
Um,
didn't notice anything.
Super expensive.
But then
Super
the
expensive.
At that
the
place
lo-
next to the counter?
Yeah,
Oh, you're on.
Creation.
Oh, I don't know,
You're in
we-
Studio City, my bad.
I'm not sure where we got the CBD water from. There's only 5 milligrams.
The
but
juice
like,
parlor has
it is
some.
the CBD stuff is
Really?
expensive. I have a
Yeah,
bottle of
CBD
lotion
shots
that's like this big maybe and like this wide around, and it was like $45.
Okay, quick question, guys. So
The acai
the
balls
law-
from the juice pot or no?
Huh?
Acai
What,
balls.
Marvin?
you can say
I
it out
like
loud.
Smoothies.
So I was driving
We
on
got like a bunch of comments.
yeah. It's
I know, like the weed is getting expensive.
Really?
What do we got? I forgot it's 421. That's why we're talking about weed. LOL. I got too fucked up yesterday.
most people
Then
did.
again, I was at work too. Hit me
What?
up. Just kidding.
Okay.
It's all a bait and switch. Even the weed here is getting expensive. LOL. Next month it'll be 45 for an 8.
It's not
It
just
depends
the
on where
weed,
you
it's
go,
the taxes.
Okay,
Damn
so
taxes.
When you find a
question
good
to you weed smokers and you weed smokers right here. So I was driving down the 134, and then it says if you smoke high,
You
will
get
get
a
a DUI.
DUI.
So what do you guys think about that? It's smoking and driving.
I've done it
Is it
before.
safe?
I
Is
think it's probably not super safe, but I think a lot of people do it. I think is it safer than driving while on alcohol? Yes.
Is it safer than alcohol?
Well, unless
But do you
you,
think
if
you-
you get indica, you're gonna fall asleep.
I
Just
guess
don't do
it
that and
depends
drive.
on like what kind you've had
Yeah.
and how much you've had. Like if you're just like a little bit, like maybe you smoked an hour ago and you're good, or if you just have like a little one-y and drive. Like it depends on like what your tolerance is and if you're used to smoking and doing other things. Like if you're like a
or we could
first-time
just be safe
smoker,
and say that if you
probably-
smoke, you probably shouldn't drive, and then just save a lot of lives. That's like a
Well,
better
has
idea to me.
anybody
If you're gonna smoke, why does the rest of the world have to like suffer for because you think you're okay to drive? Like I can have a couple drinks and be like, I think I'm okay to drive. Like
It's
no,
serious.
like
How do you
if you
test
smoke,
that?
you shouldn't be driving.
How do you test that?
They can't test for like they were talking about it. They're thinking of like maybe implementing like a mouth swab that will say you smoked within the last 3 hours because like when testing for alcohol,
That's a lot of work.
it doesn't stay in your system as long, but like marijuana stays in your system for like
Very long
A
time.
month
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah.
Isn't it like a
so
month?
like
to get
something
hair
if
follicles,
yeah.
they do a test then it's like you smoked weed within the past couple of weeks, like you can't guarantee that
Yeah.
it was like right then, so it's a little bit trickier to test for that.
So they have to
And-
look at your body mechanics. Like if you're they have to look at your body language and like if your eyes are red and
And if you're like swerving, but like, what is
Swerving.
I don't know. Do you swerve when you're fucking? I don't
Unless
know.
you're texting and driving.
I've never.
Dude, I think that's like the cool. I've always done it, so I think for me, I love
Okay.
getting high and
So
driving.
when I've gone high and
it
I've
feels like you're in
driven,
control a little more.
when I've driven, I'm like more. I'm like
Because I know I'm a good
fucking
driver.
like.
because you're like I'm high right now.
I'm high right now. I really gotta get home. I don't want to die.
Ah.
You know. So like I'm even if anything I'm a safer driver. I'm just like fuck man. 10 and 2. Make sure to see my mirrors. Stay in my lane.
Wow.
Am I driving fast enough? Am I driving too fast?
Just coast so that way you know it's a set speed and you're not tripping out and like
Yeah.
speeding and lowering,
Okay, guy. Mister, I got
Just 'cause
my
everybody's
fucking
pantomiming
license.
over
like
here.
this.
Yeah.
You just turn up the music, lower the freaking windows, and relax and feel it in. It's good.
The comments are saying, if anything, I get more careful about my driving
Yeah.
while high.
Yeah.
Yep, when you text and drive, you tend to swerve.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Swear.
We can all
Swerve.
City.
Okay, so
Swerve.
I mean that's all I gotta say about
Swerve.
weed. I don't know if you guys have anything
Swerve.
else to say. My
Swerve.
final thoughts.
When I was a kid, my
Oh,
parents.
wait.
When I was a kid,
Don't-
my
so much
parents
for
used to
final
put.
No, I don't
My
want
parents
final
used to put. I think this is a Hispanic thing, but my parents used to put weed in and rubbing alcohol bottles and let it soak in there. So when like people would get like body aches, he would just like I would get a lot of foot pains when I was a kid because like growing pains because I was gonna be big, I guess. So they would like so my feet always hurt when I was a kid. My feet always hurt. So you let weeds soak in rubbing alcohol, and then when you use it to like rub pain, like it helps.
Like weed.
Yeah, like the weed in the rubbing alcohol bottle, you leave it in there. God
Okay.
bless you.
Huh.
Yeah, you never did that?
No, I never done that.
I thought it was only my parents, but then I talked to a lot of people, and a lot of people did that. That's like a Hispanic thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your friend says you guys are awesome. My grandma always does that. That's cool. I've
Oh,
never
that's
heard
dope.
about that
Who
before.
said
Willie. I've actually I don't know if it was
It's
weed,
an
but we
old
did like
Latino
an herb. Like we did like an herb, and we.
Yeah,
would
I think
do,
it was
like,
an herb,
Yeah,
not
it wasn't
like
weed.
weed, from what
It
I
was,
remember.
yeah, it was.
We did.
I don't think it was weed. It was like an herb,
was
and
something
then like you would
else.
rub
We
it.
did.
With
It
alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says
Yeah.
that weed helps the skin supposedly.
Yeah, no, we used to do that.
Yeah. Oh, guys, you guys have any funny stories?
Oh, yeah,
like
weed?
when you guys got super
Yeah,
fucking
can
high.
I start? Can I start?
Yeah, go for it,
Alright,
man.
funny ass story. So the second time I ever got high,
Yeah.
fuck, I got a bunch of stories.
There you go.
Alright, the first time we got high. Can we just go around talking about the first time we got high?
No, because I can't remember. The first time was whack for me.
Yeah,
Like,
it was whack for me too. I
Yeah,
didn't feel it.
so-
Okay, let me tell a funny.
Tell a funny story.
Mine's not that exciting.
Just tell me first story or a funny story.
Just funny story. For
Okay, they're both kind of funny.
Yeah.
That's like, okay. So the second.
No pressure.
No, well, okay. So one time, the second time I got high was like in high school, and we were in like a circle, and we were like in someone's apartment. We were like house sitting or something. My brother was house sitting. One of our neighbors, he was a really cool guy, and we were all smoking. And that's not that funny. Anyway, so this is what happened. So I started. We were smoking, and then I had this. I went to school with this kid named James.
What up, James?
And James was like, kept calling me Frank. He's like, Frank. He's like, you're passing it the wrong way. He's like, Frank, like, hurry up and pass it already. You're fucking up rotation. And like he kept, and I was just laughing because he kept saying that, and I was like holding it, just cracking up, and I held on to it for, and I was just letting the weed burn. He's like, you're fucking up rotation, and I wanted to pass it, but I couldn't because he kept making me laugh when he said that, and I was like, and I wanted to pass it, and he's like, you're fucking Frank, like, come on, stop fucking around, and I just couldn't help it. And then I started laughing. I finally gave it up. And then when I gave it to him, I laughed for like 30 minutes straight. Like to the point where like I was crying, and the point where it wasn't fun to laugh. Like I was laughing so much that I was sobbing. Like my friend was like, dude, are you sobbing or are you laughing? And I was laughing so hard that it was torture. Like I was just like, I want to stop laughing, but I can't. And I just was like bawling, crying, and I just couldn't stop laughing. And I felt like I was gonna die of laughter, literally. It was horrible, dude. Like I never thought laughter could be so dark. It was scary. Yeah. That's it. That was cool.
I think the first time
Give
I
him a
smoked,
second.
I did not have a great experience. I got a little paranoid, and I was like,
It was like at this place, my friends from high school, because I was like a goody two shoes in high school until the very end. Then I was like, I want to go to a party and I want to drink alcohol and I want to get drunk. So after prom, I did that, and then like a couple, they wanted me to smoke weed that night too, and I was like, one thing at a time, y'all. So a couple weeks later, we were back in this place where like,
it's a little too
well, I'm from like a small town in Colorado that's like in the middle of the countryside. So we were like out in BFE at this it's like this guy grew mushrooms, like not like drug mushrooms, but like culinary mushrooms.
Got it.
And so they had like a living, like a house was in like the front of this like big, huge like warehouse kind of. I didn't see the mushrooms, but it was like this thing out in the middle of nowhere. And so we just like, we went there to party. And I smoked the weed and I was like, whoa, I got all paranoid and my throat hurt. I was like such a little diva. I was like, I'll take some hot tea now, please. And like that made the host make me tea. And then they put on like Frank Sinatra music because I was like getting all freaked out. So I calmed down. And my friend took a picture of me. And I remember at the time being upset because he took like a little video because I was wearing this like sweater with the three of us. I was like taking off it was a cardigan, to take a picture with people, and I was like, here, hold this, like, I only paid $26 for it, was like 75% off, so don't lose it, it's like a really great sweater. And I have a video of me saying that, just being high, and I just thought like, I don't know, I thought I was like, looked really cute, and I thought I was really funny. It was not very exciting, but that was the first time.
And in retrospect, you're like, God, that's like.
I remember I took a selfie and I was like, I posted it on Instagram, not that night, but I think the next day. And I wanted to make the caption, "We fly like paper, get high like planes," because I thought it was like all edgy. But I was like, somebody might know that I was high on weed when I took this picture if I make that caption, because it was not as accepted back then.
Mm-hmm. Oh man.
That was so lame. That's how was it for you, you know? Make me some tea now, please. Thank you.
That's great. How was it for you?
Wendy, do you? I'll go next.
Yeah, I don't really have a story, to be honest.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I have.
We have comments saying that my first time was awful. A lot of people have a bad first experience.
It's like
I
sex.
love Colorado.
My first time was great.
You know.
Your first time having sex was great?
No, it was the first time I said it was horrible.
So
The fuck?
I'm talking about weed.
Weed?
Why
First
should
time
you
I
talk about sex?
I thought
No,
sex.
because I said just like just like your first time having sex. He's like the first time is always bad. Blah 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 blah. Bad joke, guys. My bad. Okay, so this is a funny story. I think it's funny. And it's when I first had edibles, and basically later Rob. So basically, my friends, we were on a mission to get my friend had a place to himself. His dad was gone for like the whole day or something. And he's like, "Oh, dude, let's try edibles." And we ditched school, and I was like, "Yeah, well, fuck it, let's do it." I'm already smoking, so it doesn't really matter. So I've never had an edible before, so we went to this house, and this guy baked cupcakes or something.
Oh, wow.
And we were like, let's not eat it yet. Let's go get some Tutti Frutti. Let's get some munchies. Yeah, it's like frozen yogurt. Let's get some munchies, and then let's eat it, and then drive back
I agree.
to his spot and just chill. We need a spot to chill since we're gonna do edibles. So then we get all our stuff for driving. We already had I ate a whole cupcake. My other friend ate another cupcake. They started smoking blunts. I was like, nah, I'm cool. I don't want to smoke blunt. I just ate an edible, you know?
You ate 2 of these?
No, I ate one
Oh.
edible. And then my friend who was smoking the blunt, he's like, you know what? I don't want to eat. He only ate like a little bit of his cupcake. He's like, I don't want to eat it because I'm already smoking. I'm really high. And he's done it before, so he's like, I don't want to do this. And I'm like, stop being a bitch. So I grabbed it and just ate it.
Oh no.
So I ate 2 edibles.
Oh no.
And nothing's hit me yet. So I was like, stop being a
It
bitch.
tastes like 30 to
Yeah,
60
I know.
Edibles are the worst.
I know.
They're so tricky. Yeah.
I know.
Continue.
It's fucking awful.
Everybody, how do
Wrap
you
it up.
come with an uncharged battery? Okay, never mind.
Whatever, dude, it's 20%.
No.
Dude, it's not a big deal.
Um,
So I took the second.
What are you, high?
I took the second edible, and we're driving, and then I'm like, oh no, this is it's starting to kick in because we're right behind like this taco truck, and this, you know how they have a little fan, like air conditioning. The fan started slowing down, and I'm like, oh fuck. Oh,
It's a trip when the edible starts to kick in.
I'm
You're
like-
like, I think I feel it.
yeah. So I'm like staring at this thing. I'm like, oh fuck, we gotta get there, guys, cause it's starting to kick in. You know? And once I got out the car, it kicked in. My eyes fucking lit up. Everything was vibrant. I love this tree. I started staring at this tree, and I was like, fuck, this tree's so beautiful, man. Are you guys seeing this? But obviously they're not seeing it because they're high in their own little world. I'm like, this is fucking amazing, man. You know? I'm like touching it and feeling it, and he's like, dude, we gotta get inside. Like, you know, people are gonna know that we're high because, you know, everyone's just like
How old were you?
doing their own little thing. We were in high school. We were like 17, 18 maybe.
Marvin crazy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Edibles are
I am
like,
crazy.
Like, keep
So-
going, keep going.
For sure.
Right, that was
They are. No, it's not it. So we go inside. We go inside the his apartment. And we go inside the apartment. Have you noticed, like, when you go from different environments, you know, from the car to outside to inside to inside, for some reason it starts hitting you even harder. Like
Your high changes.
your high changes. So my high starts changing, and these guys start acting kind of weird. One's acting like a cat. Another one's, you know, like there was a basketball.
Your
and started,
friends?
yeah, my friends
One of
started.
your friends was acting like a cat.
Yeah, one was acting like a cat. He was like, meow. He was like, what the fuck are you doing? He's acting like a cat. The other guy's dribbling the ball. You know, he's doing his own thing. And I'm just sitting on the bed and just eating some fucking tutti frutti, just laughing at them. I'm like, what the fuck are these guys doing? You know, just is this like what people do when they get high? I'm just like eating and laughing. And then at the time, I think Xbox was out or PlayStation. I don't know what was going on, but we were playing music. We were playing some John Lennon. We were playing some like Mad World, and that shit was fucking deep. But you know how like when you leave a game system on, it has like little displays.
Sure.
So we're all kind of sitting down now, and we're listening to music, and that display is like on, and the music is playing, and it I don't know about them, but it felt like I was being sucked into the TV. It was like, whoa, bro, this is too strong. Like, I think we were all saying, like, we were just watching fucking display and listening to music. We're like, whoa, we're getting something. It feels like a hurricane. So we're kind of just sitting there and just like, what?
Holding on to the
Yeah,
couch.
holding on to the seats. And we're just like, oh, fuck, don't look away. You know, so turn it off. And then we turn it off, and it's kind of be boring. We're like, oh, let's turn it back on. So we turn it on, and then we're like, oh, it's too strong. I don't know what we're doing. We're just having fun with this little light show
Yeah.
that's going on in like the display light show, and yeah, it was so funny.
Small hole in my jeans. I have 2 small holes for my knees.
Oh, right here.
Yo, Marvin's telling a story. Commenter.
Oh shit, Marvin. Everyone has a different highbrow.
Shit.
No, yeah. Well, anyways, so long story short, we're tripping out on this like, you know, display, but then there's a point where I think like the first edible was fun, and then it starts hitting me again.
Oh no.
And then when it starts hitting me, my body starts shivering, you know? And I'm like, fuck, what's going on? Like,
Did you
this
throw
shit's-
up?
I should punch you twice right now.
did.
You did throw up?
I did.
Yeah,
I
edibles do
did.
that.
But I was sitting down. I was still looking at TV. They're playing 2K now. And then I started looking outside. I was like, whoa, this is kind of weird. And I started looking at my friends. I was like, yo, you guys kind of look like monkeys. Like, I was like, I could totally see how we come from monkeys. We kind of look like monkeys. So I was just thinking in my head, I was like, you guys, wow, we're like hairless monkeys.
Oh, yeah.
So that's all I was thinking. And
I've seen
then,
people as monkeys
and
before.
then, yeah, right.
I was hanging out with my black friend, and like,
No.
no, I really, he was black, and then
Why does that
It's
matter?
mad.
because he was, because I thought,
African American.
because I thought about that. No, what do you mean? He's the color black. Anyway, so I was hanging out with my black friend, and like the reason I'm saying black friend is because specifically like when I was looking at my friends, like there was a Hispanic guy, a white dude, and a black dude. And I remember looking at the Hispanic guy, I'm like, he kind of looks like a monkey. And then I saw my black friends say, oh, he looks like a monkey for real. Like, he looks, because he was darker, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, like, it's crazy how I had the same thought. Like, it's crazy how we evolved from, like, to see that in a human being, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
So I was shivering. I was fucking shivering. And I'm like, dude, guys, I'm fucking cold, you know? And then my friend that was high with the blunts, he kept asking me, hey, dude, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm just fucking cold, man. I'm shivering here, you know? I'm not tripping out or anything. It's like, I'm just cold. And then he's like, man, are you okay? I was like, dude, I'm just fucking cold. And he keeps asking me if I'm okay. So in my head, I'm like, am I fucking okay? Like, Am I okay? Like, you know, maybe I'm not okay. So then I'm like, I'm gonna go lay down in the bed. Then when I'm laying down in the bed, I'm like fucking shivering. I'm like, why am I so cold? So then I start wrapping myself up with like, you know, like a sweater, my sweater, and then the quilts that they have there. So I start put that on top of me. I was like, I'm still fucking shivering. I'm cold. And then like when I laid down, I started getting dizzy and I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, fuck, I feel bad. I feel real bad right now. And I think it's the second edible that's hitting me, or maybe it's the first one. But I'm just so fucking high now that like my body can't handle it. I'm just about to, you know, I feel like I'm about to throw up. And I was like, dude, guys, I'm about to throw up. He's like, the restroom's that way. So I started running towards the restroom, and I do not make it.
No.
I do not make it. I'm in the restroom. I open the restroom door, and then just throw up everywhere.
His parents were not there?
His parents were not there.
Wow,
Yeah,
at least
I threw up everywhere, man, and I can't move now. I come back to the room, I was like, guys, I threw up, and then boom, flat on the fucking ground. I can't move. I don't know what's happening. I think they told me to clean it up. I couldn't clean it up. I was just like, I can't move right now, you know? I'm just fucking that high.
No, they say like weed does not make you nauseous. If you do too much, if you're not used to it, and you do too much, like 100% it can make you want to throw up.
Hell yeah.
Be careful.
So I'm on the fucking floor, like just knocked out. He's like, all right, I guess I'll go clean it up. He goes cleans it up, but mind you, he's fucking high too. He thinks it's clean. We're all chilling in the room.
And then it just smells like puke and there's puke everywhere.
Exactly. His dad comes home.
Oh, and he's like, what the fuck?
And then his dad's like, what the fuck? And then he's like, I thought I cleaned it. He said that out loud. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, did you not? Or did you? And he's like, it smells like throw up. And you guys did a fucking horrible job at cleaning it, you know? So I don't know what the fuck he did. I think he just like kind of like did his like half-ass cleaning. And yeah, I got caught. I was just starfish mode. I was on the fucking ground. Yeah, I was just like a starfish, just boom, like this fucking is awful. And that was my story. Sorry, so long. Wendy?
Wow, thanks for passing the baton over here. Anyways, mine wasn't as interesting, but I did experiment. I remember always having to buy Camel Crushes, and they have the menthol.
Oh.
So what I would do every time I pack a bowl, I put one of those little menthols in my bowl. And it'd be like the super most mintiest bowl ever, and it would just have like
take the menthol out of the cigarette.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'd put that in my bowl and be like, oh my god, this is such a good freaking bowl, because it would go into your lungs and you feel like you can breathe and refreshing. So I feel like that was one of the things I would definitely like to experiment. Other than that, my first one was smoking out of the pen cap.
Oh, I used to still get a pen cap
because I didn't have
too.
shit. I was like, where do I get this?
You fold the pen cap, you put a little pencil thing
Yeah.
there. Yeah, I used to do that.
That was the first time with me and my friend in my room, and we were just like smoking it out my window.
I'm like, this is not
used
good.
an
We're burning plastic right
An
now.
apple too.
When it's like
Definitely apples.
all we
I
have
smoked out of a
is loose
can
weed
one
and we
time.
don't have
Out of
any
a
can.
I smoked out of a
We don't have
can, just
any
like burning that
papers.
metal.
Yeah,
just like,
nothing.
Yeah, I'm like, this is not good. You're burning fucking plastic, right? My mom
Plastic, right?
Oh, fuck
You're
it.
inhaling the fucking
Yeah.
plastic.
Duh.
I would pride myself on putting little carbs in apples. Like, yeah, you
Do
put
it
a
on
carb
the
in
side,
it.
right?
I put a carb in it, bro.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
I did, however, miss my first piece was a lipstick piece. I don't know if they still make them, but it's one of those lipstick undercover pieces where it's a lipstick cap. You uncap it and it's like a weed pipe.
Whoa.
So that was like the most amazing thing, even though it would overheat because it was metal. So after a while, people would be complaining about it. I'm like, dude, it's supposed to be chill, you know? Don't fucking. It's like a recovery time between every bowl, basically.
My second one, because I like my first pipe, I like left at a party, and like all my glass is from like hand blown in Colorado. There's this cool shop. If you live in Colorado, there's a place called DBK Glass that's in Colorado Springs. They like blow the glass in the back of the shop. They have great prices, and people are are chill too. Definitely check it out if you're in the Colorado Springs area, but that's where like all my pieces have come from. And my second one was so cute. It had a little frog on it. I had that one and I have another one with a frog on it from that place. But this frog was like on the like tube, so it like looked at you while you were smoking. It was so cute. I was not Marvin the night I lost it. I lost it.
What is this
one
place?
night.
I'm sorry. What are they?
It's called DBK Glass.
What do they do there? Oh,
they
blow.
They make like marijuana pipes and like
so cool.
bongs, and they have really cool stuff. Like I said, like a little frog on it.
We're not sponsored by
different
them.
colors. No sponsorship, but definitely if you're in Colorado Springs, it is a cool spot to like pick up a piece from, and they have good prices too.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But try the menthol in your bowl.
I don't know if that's the healthiest thing to
It's
go
not.
for it.
Why? It's cool.
It's cool.
It's like mouthwash in your mouth at the
Do
same
it.
time while you're like smoking.
Do it.
So that way, if you
well-
kiss someone, you're already ready.
Oh, hey. But what about that cotton now?
Oh my gosh, he knows that place in Colorado. Your friend Will knows that place in Colorado.
Oh, dang.
My friend's
Will's
first piece
fucking
was a
lying.
potato. Pet cap was my
You're a liar,
shit.
Will.
Willie's
Liar.
like, yo, I know that spot.
Get the
That
fuck
one.
out
Kind of
here.
pricey. I mean, I guess I just buy like the cheap
Mikaela's all gullible. She's like, really? You know that?
Hey,
It's like it's chill.
okay, guys. Do you guys have anything to say about weed? I kind of want to transition to Earth Day, and that's about it. Easter too, if we can.
Yeah.
Earth Day is a must.
Earth Day is a must,
Yeah,
man.
fuck
I don't
Easter,
know
let's talk
why.
about Earth Day.
Live every
I
day
don't know
like
why
it's
people
Earth
don't
Day.
recycle. I don't know why people litter.
What?
I just,
Oh my
you know,
God.
it's the worst.
The recycling thing, like, what I don't get is when, like, we have a trash can and we have a recycling bin and they're right next to each other. Why do you still throw the plastic in the trash can? Like,
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it blows my
people are
mind.
uneducated. Like some people don't know where to put it.
Yeah.
Like I just found out recently, like you can't throw like plastic stuff in a recycling bin when it's dirty.
Yeah,
like, it has to be
even with
clean.
the cardboard.
I didn't know
if
that.
If it's a pizza cardboard box
If it's
and
greasy.
it's oily,
They-
greasy, trash.
they're
Not recyclable at all.
LA's starting to get good at labeling it so people know better because they
Yeah.
put like I didn't know for a long time.
No,
I was
I
like,
mean,
I'm not sure what those were.
I've even seen some stuff, and this was in Seattle when I went to Seattle. They are more visual, so they'll like have pictures of what to put in the recycle, what to put in the trash. So it's more of a
They
visual
kind of do
aid.
now, yeah.
Up
Which is
north is a
good.
little, even up in Northern California, they're a lot better at recycling, a lot better at like showing you where to recycle, what to do. I just feel like it's not that hard. Why can't LA just do the same thing? But the thing is about LA is there's so many different people out here, you know, because it's such a
It's
melting
maybe the
pot
culture
that
that they're not
people
used to
are
it.
people don't like change. People don't like these subtle changes. Like a fucking straw, people were having fucking fits over it, you know?
Yeah.
They were like, oh my god, I can't get a fucking straw now. I was like, it's not the point. It's
My straw's
it's
over
the
there.
beginning of change, you know?
The straw
And it's just one straw, man. Like you can't get a fucking metal straw.
They get
you know?
upset.
They get upset. I hate paper straws. Then don't fucking use a straw. Like it doesn't
And
make
then,
sense.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
obviously just have no ice in your water, and it's gonna make you
and look at
drink it
me
even
drinking out of
better.
a straw. Like
No.
you know, my
Well,
bad.
please carry a metal straw, and they sell those now and with
Yeah.
little cleaners and even a little baggie on the go. Like, please be mindful.
And you know what? I'm not perfect.
Me neither,
Uh,
but
you know,
one
you
effort.
just
one
try, you know?
Try.
And I think you saw a sign that really spoke to you. Please take it away.
Please, I love
Take
this.
it away. Yeah, I love that sign.
I was saying
yeah.
that I've never been a person who litters, but
Oh, dude, it's about to end. Go quick.
I've never been a person who litters. And hold on, you're
Bro,
starting
phone's
right
gonna
here.
die.
No, it's not. It's
I've
the
never
time
been-
is about to run out.
I've never been a
You're
person
talking
who
about-
litters, and what ends up happening is that one of these every now and again, if like a little tiny piece of paper falls out of my hand and it just flies away, I go fuck it. It's like a little piece or whatever it is, or like a cap, and I dropped it. And like fuck it. So every now and again, and then I saw a sign that said, "Oh, it's just a small piece of paper," and then it says 9 billion people, and then I go, "Oh shit!" Like, it never occurred to me that if each one of us dropped one fucking piece of paper, like that's a lot of fucking paper, and then I don't know. I never put it in that context for myself. So
Yeah.
I've always been very aware of that. So I'm
Just
not
have
really,
two separate bags in your kitchen, one for recycle. Even with mail and letter, I always put that aside because it's recyclable.
Yeah.
I think
So
I think recycling's a big deal.
yeah. So guys, fucking be aware. Recycle. Save your planet.
Or don't.
Fucking. There's no planet B. Or don't. I mean, you're not gonna get affected. Your fucking kids, grandchildren, they're gonna be affected. The world needs saving. And
Your kid's gonna come home and he's gonna have a
fucking
Coca-Cola plastic wrapped
it's-
around his
it's,
neck.
It's not that hard.
Just because we're not going to be in it here,
You know.
think about the future.
Yeah.
Your
I mean,
kids. You
come
want to
on.
make it a safe environment for them.
it's not that hard. Fucking recycle.
Rip those little
be aware
can
of
things.
it.
Rip the can things
If
too.
you want the human race to continue, then you should be considerate about the environment.
I don't know. I'm kind of
Because, like,
skeptical about the human race.
Oh, it's
We're okay.
Willie's birthday.
Happy birthday, Willie!
Happy birthday! We're gonna smoke one for you.
They will. Anyways, that's it for shooting the shit, guys. Next week we'll probably talk about a different subject. Please leave any comments if you guys want us to talk about anything. Message me, inbox me. This is Mikaela, Moody, Wendy, Francisco, and